What's up, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a silk press, and this is probably the best silk press I've done on myself in forever. So stay tuned to see the process that I take and the products that I use to get the best results for your silk press. Before I shampoo, I like to use a pre-shampoo detangler to make the shampooing process significantly easier and free of tangles. The first shampoo that I will be using is Hard Water Wellness by Malibu Sea. Another great shampoo that you can use to clarify your hair is the Malibu Sea Undo Goo. Or honestly, any shampoo that is a good clarifier, because you want to start with a very clean base, and with silk presses, I usually do 3 shampoos. The next 2 shampoos that I did were with the Maria Nila Heal shampoo. And honestly, you can use any shampoo that is catered to silk presses, especially shampoos that have a smoothing agent or a repair agent. If you are doing this at home, definitely try to do this in the shower because this position was quite uncomfortable. So I have other videos on YouTube showing me using the Olaplex number 3, and that is used before you shampoo. I usually use it after I do one shampoo just to get most of the buildup off my hair so that it can actually penetrate. But I decided to try out this 4-in-1 moisturizer, and guys, you're gonna see at the end how what a great job it did on my hair. I think I really like this better than the number 3. I'm not saying you shouldn't do number 3, but this really gave me some good results. So you'll see at the end. One quick tip about deep conditioning is that you really don't need to do it more than 30 minutes. And honestly, 20 minutes is enough usually. Anything longer, I think it's kind of a waste of time, because if the product is not able to penetrate after 30 minutes, then it's probably not working. So I tend to detangle multiple times during my shampoo process because my hair has a tendency to tangle fairly quickly, and it just makes the getting to the final result much easier. So I think the most thorough detangling needs to happen before the shampoo and before the blow dry. Right now I'm just trying to get any major tangles that might have came back, and also I need to trim. I needed to trim very bad, as you will see towards the end. And with that being said, when you have a lot of dead ends and a lot of shedding, it's gonna cause your hair to catch a lot and tangle more. So keep that in mind. I have a list of heat protectants that I like to use, but these are my 2 favorite to use when I'm doing a silk press. One of the keys to having hair that is well protected is definitely to evenly distribute from your ends and then get in those roots, because the roots are just as important as your ends. If you remember nothing else from this video, I want you to remember that if you are going to heat style your hair, you need to thoroughly detangle each section from root to end, and you need to create workable sections that your blow dryer can easily go through, sections that you can handle as you pull your blow dryer through your hair, because it will make your blow dry job so much better, cleaner from roots to ends, and it won't be a struggle. When I start a section, when it comes to blow drying, I like to do the tension method a little bit. That way I can get most of the moisture out. What I do first is make sure I go through it from roots to ends to be sure that there's no snags or tangles in there, and then do the tension method like I'm doing here. And I kind of concentrate on the roots because that's where most of the water is held, and your ends will dry much quicker than your roots, so you want to make sure you get that or focus on that initially. Another very important step that I like to do is to reverse blow dry my hair, meaning that I blow dry my hair in the opposite direction, because I believe it gets the roots very cleanly. It dries your scalp, and I think it just straightens the roots out so much better. Like, I would never do a silk press without doing this step. I'm not gonna lie, my arms were hurting after doing this, especially because I just did like 3 clients that day. So yeah, blow drying can be kind of a job, but it's worth it. So here I am doing the flat iron process, and just notice my hand positions and my arm positions. This will help you get the back of your head quite easily. And also I'm using this alligator clip to part instead of a comb. You can use your comb too, that's fine. But I combed in my section once again, and I use the comb and my flat iron, and I chase. You want to do this so that your hair stays straight throughout the process of pulling your flat iron through your hair. Sometimes I'll pause because I kind of lost control or the hair is not actually in the base of the comb. So that's what you saw me doing here. I started over or mid shaft and finished off the job. And again, I can't emphasize this enough, but having sections to work with is going to make this process so much easier as you go through your flat ironing phase. In order to help my edges blend with the rest of my hair, I like to use a very thin flat iron. I don't know if this is 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. It's probably 1/2 inch. But this definitely helps me get to the roots easier without feeling like I'm gonna burn myself. So I'm not quite done. I definitely need to trim these ends. As you can see, there's a little bit of movement, but it's kind of catching. It's looking a little stiff. So in the next scene, I'm gonna show you how I trim my ends. One thing I love about my hair, but sometimes get annoyed with, is the fact that it grows in layers. So my back does grow faster than the top, which looks great in the Silkpress because you have natural layers. But when it's in a fro, the back just looks like your hair is shorter on top. I don't know. Do you guys like that? Does your hair grow like that? Because I do have a lot of clients who have the back of their head that just grows faster or thicker or fuller than the top of their head. Sometimes I do go get my hair trimmed professionally because it is easier for them to see exactly what they need to trim versus me struggling here. Clearly I can do it myself, but I would definitely advise you, unless you are licensed or trained to some capacity, it's just best to get a professional to trim your ends. And like when they are doing it, talk to them. If you really don't want a significant amount taken off, then if you're going to a good professional, they will honor that. Do you see the difference? Can you see how much better this hair moves after this trim? It feels so much lighter, it's not catching. So y'all, trims are necessary. It doesn't have to be done on straight hair. To me, it is the most precise on straight hair though, I'm not gonna lie, but you can definitely get a trim on blow dried hair, or of course a curly cut if you don't straighten your hair that frequently. Now I'm just adding the finishing touches with some hair wax. I like to use this hair wax or any hair wax at that, because waxes are not water-based, so they won't cause your hair to revert by applying them. And I like to use a blow dryer heats to like really cement it, not cement it, but to really help seal it in to the hair and lay down any flyaways. Now, edge controls are usually water-based. However, the water tends to dry up very quickly, so it doesn't cause too much reversion or any reversion depending on what you use. So I just use like the smallest amount necessary to lay the edges down so it doesn't look mismatched and kind of sparse. As always, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, share this with a friend, save this to your watch later playlist so that you can watch this later for your Christmas Silkpress. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.